Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob, and this is your weekend report. This is your roadmap for the ES, the NQ, and gold futures contracts. What a wild ride we had this week. Just pure garbage price action Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, talk about if you lost any of your discipline on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, more than likely you have been either resetting eval accounts, blown some funded accounts, or probably had some pretty bad times in your live cash accounts. And the reason why I'm saying it is that I struggled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as well. I felt like I was fighting the markets. In fact, every single morning I do a live show, and obviously on Monday we really didn't anticipate the choppiness that we were going to see in the markets. But on Tuesday, definitely, I let everyone know early in the morning, try to play the extremes. In these type of range bounds, I believe on Wednesday we had, I think, fair value between value area high and value area low. On the NQ was about 60 points, which is absolutely insane. I mean, you see that usually on bank holidays, half trading days. Not on a typical Wednesday market, but and I was guilty of it as well. I was Monday had a losing day. I actually snapped my 12-day winning streak there on Monday. Tuesday was also a losing day for me as well, but fought back, ended off the entire session down $25, which I consider to be a pretty big win. And then Wednesday, once again, just a kind of an ugly red day. And then Thursday's price action, we had a really nice rip to the upside, caught a really nice trade, had that recorded and put that on my X account for you guys to view. So had about a 690, I think it was like 696 profit total P&L on Thursday. Cash profit Friday, traded live with you guys on Friday, and was able to take a really nice rejection off of the prior day high, off of one of my footprint flips. And I think total P&L for Friday ended up being $420 in cash. It was in my cash account. One lucky viewer on the channel on my live stream in the morning, they were able to take home 25% is what I gave away on Friday, which equaled to about $105. That money got sent through PayPal, and I know they're very excited about it, and I'm excited to give it. So I have a lot of fun on the Friday live trading sessions that I do with you guys. I trade live every single morning with my Signal members in my live trading room, and that goes from 7 a.m. all the way until about 11 a.m. So we trade for about 5 hours every single morning. But getting back to price action from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I wasn't saying, I'm sure there were some people that were able to navigate those markets and maybe were flat, which a lot smarter if you weren't even trading during those environments. But typically, your best type of traders in a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday scenario are going to be your range traders. So, you identify a range in the market and you're just pretty much trading the bounces from value area high, value area low, support resistance. You would have done obviously extremely well. I, for some reason, Tuesday, Wednesday started getting really mesmerized with the point of control areas in the market. And that's just not the place that you want to be trading from in that type of environment. And in fact, I actually said it in my live stream, guys, don't diddle in the middle. Definitely try to concentrate on the extremes, on your top and bottom parts of your ranges. And for the most part, did not even listen to my own advice. And it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle, but ended off the week, Thursday, Friday, extremely strong. Pretty much made back and then some on the losses from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And coming up this week, we've got a few things that might move the markets, obviously. On the 18th, we've got U.S. industrial production report coming out. The big one's going to be FOMC meeting minutes here on the 19th. We've got U.S. initial jobless claims on the 20th and PMI on the 21st. Obviously, I think the big kahuna there is going to be FOMC meeting minutes. I personally don't view, just based on the recent kind of inflation reports and employment reports, I think that the meeting minutes for our next FOMC rate decision is going to probably come in with a rate that is not going to be moving up or down. Probably stay exactly where it's at. At least that's my feeling in the markets currently. So with that being said, gave you guys some bands and some levels on the ES and the NQ last Sunday. Obviously, guys, you saw price action. We were in an extremely tight range this week. We really didn't explore many of the extremes in the marketplace. So not a whole lot to obviously go over as far as results from the bands. Because if we take a look at the ES and we go back to Sunday, let's see here, kind of have to, there we go. We're gonna be, where are we at? Right here, Sunday. So my video came out Sunday right around here during this price action right here. And as you guys can see, we really did not tap into any bands here on the ES. We didn't tap into any levels. So really not a whole lot here to kind of go over as far as how the bands kind of worked out or how the levels worked out. And that's, again, just due to the extremely low, and I don't even want to say volatility. I mean, to be honest with you, the ATR, 5-minute ATR on the NQ during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, was still hovering in the 40s, 50s, but it wasn't moving anywhere. It was literally one up candle, one down candle, one up candle, one down candle. It was just kind of bouncing in between value area high, value area low. It would then seesaw at the point of control. And it really wasn't until Thursday that we saw that big push right here, this big push, which kind of opened the door for me. That's where I ended up taking a momentum play to the upside on this move here. I'm sorry, this is the ES, but same move here, but I traded on the NQ. And that's where I was able to, the entire trade was, I think, $825 in P&L. I think I was down about $165 before that trade. So at the end of the day, I think it was up 600 and I can't remember, 600 and something dollars there on Thursday. But this was nice price action. I mean, this was a nice price action. Again, a decent retracement back to the downside. It wasn't this zigzag that we've been kind of just dealing with, and very, very difficult then to kind of trade. So what do we have to look forward to, obviously, this coming week? Oh, and first of all, I want to give you guys one other update. This coming weekend, I'm going to be doing a weekend report here that is going to be obviously focusing in on the NQ, the ES, and in gold. Obviously, you guys have seen that I've kind of changed my format here around for my live streams. I do a daily pre-session or a pre-market show every single morning from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Central Time. So about an hour and a half before the market opens. And if you guys have been watching, thank you. I know that the people that are our regulars are really enjoying it. And the beauty of it is that you're not necessarily watching somebody looking at the chart and, trying to make chit chat for, 2 or 3 hours in the morning. During that 30 to 40 minutes that it takes me to create that show that is live, I am going over the absolute best setups that I see and that I am personally trading on the ES and on the NQ. Okay, and when I mean by setups, I'm talking about extremely detailed areas that I'm willing to take trades from that will provide you guys with a limit order to either go long or short from, have a predefined stop loss, and a predefined take profit level. All of my take profits are going to be positive risk to reward. So again, if you're looking for some trade setups that are all based on these bands and levels that I give you guys here on Sunday, I highly encourage you guys to join in on the live streams. I do a lot of giveaways. I gave this past week, I gave a LUCID 50K Flex account away. I gave an Apex eval away. Obviously, I gave 25% of my session profits on Friday. So I've been having a lot of fun. I think I'm giving back as much as I possibly can to the community and to the viewers that have been supporting me and watching me every single week. So it's not that 30 minutes it's all about the absolute best setups, what daily levels I'm extremely interested in, just like how if you want to go back to Friday's live stream, it's recorded, it's on my channel. I think it was the first 3-4 minutes that the live stream started, we tapped right into the prior day high, gave everybody my clear plan where I was looking to take a short from, what exactly I needed to see on the footprint, in volume, and in delta that I wanted to see. I got all of those conditions met, went short, took a really nice profit there really early in the morning, and and again, it's really built, these shows in the morning are really built around strategy and setups, actual setups, not, somebody telling you, I'm jumping in right here. This is areas where I see unbalanced volume. These are areas where I see support or resistance and how you can trade them. So highly encourage you guys to join it. I'd love to see you guys there. All right, so all we really have to do here on the ES for this coming week is really just do an addition of one band. Okay, so there's going to be one new weekly band, which is going to be sitting below where price action is currently at. And that one's going to be sitting at the 75.42 to the 74.97. And again, that's the 75.42 to the 74.97. Let's go find that guy. Oop. So he's sitting right down here. In fact, I think I already had him in here, so there wasn't really an addition there. Yeah, he's here. He's here, 75.44 to the 74.95. So really not a new additional band here. This is, it's kind of weird. It's kind of, obviously with price action the way it's been. I think on Monday, it was Monday that I posted on my Discord that, it was one of the weirdest sessions that I had seen in a while where, let's see if I can pull up my Discord here. Let's go to my Discord here, trading floor. I believe it was on Monday that I made the comment here. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Where was it? Yeah, I can't see it now. But pretty much my comment was that I can't remember the time. Oh no, it was on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday that I made this comment. And the comment was that I don't remember the last time, because I know there hasn't been, that we have had the exact same right here. On the 13th, I posted, I can't remember a time when we have had the same bands for 3 straight days in all markets. Needless to say, we are in a very balanced market. And that was my comment because I provide every single day these daily levels here, on the ES, the NQ, and in gold. and it was like the same exact bands for 3 days straight. And I've personally never seen that in the markets as long as I've been doing this, which is kind of nutty. So there's that. We've got levels here, tradable levels at the 76.53, 75.73. These are all from last Sunday's video. Okay, so these are not new levels. We're gonna actually give you guys some new levels here right now. Let's make this guy. This is what I was looking for, and let's make him solid. Yes. All right. Our first weekly level, tradable level is going to be at the 78.25. 78.25. This is on the ES. Now these are going to be scalpable levels here. I don't know why the text guy is so small. Looks kind of weird, but doesn't look like my normal level. But anyways, 78.25 is going to be your first tradable level here on the ES. Now we're obviously going to be looking for a short here at this level at the 78.25. Now the only thing, as I give you guys a disclaimer every single Sunday, just be careful and you understand where the gap is occurring when Sunday's open comes out. You know, if we gap right here, guys, are we going to be trading this to the downside? No. Okay. If we gap up here, are we going to be trading this to a short? No, obviously not. We've got price action that's above us. In that scenario, you want to be looking for actually the fade back to the upside here. Now, if we open and we have price action that comes like this, once we come back up to this level here at the 78.25, that's what we want to be shorting. Okay, and as these are scalping levels on the ES, you can always target at least 5 to 10 points on these trades. Okay, at least 5 to 10 points. On the bands, much bigger. They're obviously much stronger, but there's obviously a bigger width on those bands, which means bigger drawdown and bigger risk. So obviously, position size correctly. Second level is going to be at the 77.90. 77.90. Okay, so we kind of have price action obviously surrounded with this level here at the 77.90 and the 78.25. Now again, depending on what happens here during your Sunday gap, if we gap down into this level, obviously we're not going to be using that at that point. But these levels, as you guys have witnessed on all of my videos that I do every single Sunday, these levels will stay as extremely strong levels Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, meaning that we're going to be usually getting that nice bounce off the initial touch. And eventually, once this level breaks, the market will typically use these levels then for as resistance. Okay, so we're looking at it from support in the beginning, but if it breaks through there, then you can use these as resistance for you. Okay, so these levels will just keep on giving for you. Let's jump into the NQ. Again, similar story to the ES. Gave you guys this, my Sunday video came out right there on the 9th. So this was our Sunday video right here. Again, we didn't touch into any new bands, any new levels. We got bands sitting down here at the 29.082 to the 29.005. So not really anything to go over. Pretty easy weekend report for me. But let's see if we could change that, because now the NQ is going to have two new bands. Just want to make sure I didn't have a band in there already. First band is going to be sitting actually right above price action. So 32.72 to the 32.04. And again, that's the 30,272 to the 30,204. Okay, so this is going to be your first weekly band. This is all seller controlled volume that's sitting at the 30,272 to the 30,204. Again, very, very simple. More than likely on this band on the NQ, we are going to be gapping into this band. Okay, I can predict that from right now. More than likely, we will gap right into this band. This is where all of the unbalanced volume is currently sitting at. If in the rare event that we actually gap to the downside, then yes, this is the band that you want to be playing a fade down to the downside. How do we trade these bands? Very simple. You can get your short tool here, go to the bottom of your band. Stop loss is going to be sitting just a few points above the band, and you want to, at a bare minimum, be at a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. Okay, so that's exactly what this trade would look like from this band and every band that I give you guys. The next band is going to be sitting at the 29,890 to the 29,820. Again, that's the 29,890 to the 29,820. Okay, so again, we've got price action surrounded. You've got selling volume right here. You've got buying volume right here. Okay, how do we trade this one? Again, very easy. We pop in a limit order at the top of your band. Stop loss sitting a few points below your band, and you always target at least a 1 to 1.5. You can target 1 to 2. These bands will produce you the biggest movements that you will see in the market. So that's how you would trade these bands. And now let's go over some new tradable levels. Let me just kind of get rid of this so we can kind of keep this chart clean. Our first level is going to be at the 30,196. And again, that's the 30,196. Okay, this is a tradable level that is sitting right underneath this band right here. So this is a really nice little combo platter for you. And the reason why I say that is that if we tap into this band, you're also getting all of this, you're getting all of this resistance right here, a lot of selling pressure up here. So here is a really, really nice little spot for you to take a nice little pivot down to the downside here. Next one is going to be at the 29,903. 29,903. Okay, same almost difference that we've had up there. Sitting just above the band right here. Again, you've almost got a really nice backstop here, right underneath you. These tradable bands, these tradable levels are going to be pure fire this week. And the next one is going to be sitting at the 29,720. 29,720. There you go. So those are your three tradable levels here on the NQ. 29,720, 29,903, 30,196. And again, if you would like to receive my report every single Friday, there's about 2,700 traders that receive that report now. And it's got all of my bands, all of my tradable levels, everything that you don't see on the chart that might be above or below price action. They're all put in a really nice, clean format. It's one email per week on a Sunday, and I know a lot of traders really enjoy that. Secondly, you can obviously join my live streams every single morning. And then what I personally do, how I trade, is I will take these bands I'll take these weekly bands and I will dissect them into smaller daily bands, okay? And new developing daily bands that might occur obviously on price action throughout the session. And then the next morning, we will find these, and then we'll find smaller areas inside of these that can offer you a really nice risk to reward, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward, and really knock some of these out of the park. So again, I think the live show every single morning, I'm providing some value to the people that watch it. So highly encourage you guys to do that. And the entire format for Sunday's weekend report is going to change for the next upcoming weekend. I think you guys are going to really love the show. I think I'm going to be talking about a lot more subjects. Obviously focusing in really on the NQ, the ES, and really giving the best trade setups that I can personally spot. We'll be going over some gamma levels to look forward to for the upcoming week, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy the different format that I've got planned for it. We'll see how it goes. With that being said, wish you guys the absolute best for the week. Hopefully the markets cooperate, man. Hopefully we get Thursday, Friday type of price action here throughout the week. Obviously FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, so not expecting the best price action, probably an hour to 2 hours leading into that report, but hopefully the price action here improves, and hopefully you guys all stay green. Take care, everybody.